Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yes, actually, it is tragic. I am also from this family. They are my uncles. I came all the way from Foni to pay solidarity to the honorable member of Busumbala constituency, Honorable Muhammad Kante, and also the councillor of this ward. Strongly as we have gathered, Umar is already gone to his creator. But we all know the rule of law and the principles of transparency, accountability. This is what we are asking for. I also solemnly join the family in asking for his transparent accountability. This is what we want. We want to know the causes of his death. The perpetrators will be brought to justice. This is wholly and solely what we are asking. And as Muslims, we all know destiny is part of faith. Allah has destined this way, but it came through sabab. It came through a means and a purpose. And there are a lot of counter messages on. But we are not bothered about that. What we are bothered is what would the government took towards this matter. And this matter will not be silenced. We are all from families. By Yukunda, this is where my mom is from. So we'll join hands together with the youths of Mandinari and the family, and the people of Busumbala, and that of the Gambia, including everybody, to ask for justice of Omar. We've been having a lot of cases. As I'm standing to you, we are all victims. Aruna Jata of Kanila was broadly murdered by the Senegalese forces, occupancies, foreign forces. A week later, they were transferred and returned to Senegal with piecemeal. The government didn't say anything. Our own youth, who is also from Brok in Foni Kansala Gobi, was murdered and thrown in a well. It's history of his case. Janke of Kanfenda, in my own constituency, was also murdered. History in that making. So I think the onus lies in all of us as countrymen, youth. Let's come, we follow the due process of the law without any intimidation. And we must say it crystal clear. This is our country. The peace and tranquility is unto all of us. We should cherish it and work together to maintain the law and order. But that doesn't mean this case will be silenced. I am listing a lot of numerous cases that this government had paid a deaf ear. And I think the youths of Mandinari, the National Assembly member of this constituency, Honorable Kante, and the two ward councillors, and all of us, the family of Bajikunda, relatives, loved ones, both home and abroad in Mandinari, this is a case that we should all rise to protect and make sure justice is served. That's the interest. That is our interest. We don't want to be in a government or in a country where issues will just be left dumb like that. I'm counting a lot of histories that have happened. People were killed broad daylight, a panel will be set. Nothing has been done about that. But I know this one will be sampled with the way I'm seeing the youths of Mandinari, elderly. And when I heard the testimony of the Imam, I was shocked that our security forces will behave this way. If that of Jabang, security forces would loot money of people, they could do more heinous crimes that we are seeing. So on that note, I am also here as a family member. My mother is from Bajikunda, and this is an uncle of ours. So that's why I also came to pay solidarity with grief and sadness. A youth of this age has lost his life recklessly. And these are allegations that we are now saying, but investigation will show up. And I know postmortem have been conducted, and with that results, we'll be able to stand firm and pursue this case. This case will not die. Be rest assured. It will not be like cases we are talking. We are continuing asking, and we'll continue to ask. So it's sad, definitely, and I also urge all the youths of Mandinari to come and let focus on finding justice for Umar. And not only Umar, we fight justice for people who are killed recklessly in this country. On that note, I say assalamu
Can I
alaikum.
ask one question, please?
Yes.
Yes, I mean, having pumped over 2 million Gambian dollars sector reform. Still, we continue to see the same, what people call as reckless, behavior from people in force. What is your take on that?
Yeah, as I do say, I'm also part of Defense and Security of the National Assembly. Security sector is not organizing meetings, conferences. I can tell you, within the security, six security apparatus, all their bills from the coalition government till date, no bill is before Parliament. How can you reform the security without laws? The SIS bill is nowhere to be found. The police bill is nowhere to be found. The immigration bill is nowhere to be found. The GAVA bill is nowhere to be found. The prisons bill is nowhere to be found. So if you talk of reform, reform is not only centered in coordinating meetings, workshops, or travels. We need reforms by laws. So if those laws are not in place, it becomes difficult. So I urge the government to put their house in order. We are sick and tired of hearing reform, reform. What we want is laws that will complement some of these heinous crimes that we are facing. On that note, I think we as citizens, we should stood our ground and put a test to this government through our representatives that we must push this government to bring us laws that will serve the purpose of reform. If that doesn't work, I think it will just be like, I don't know what description would I even use. It will just be like a game that they will be playing for the rest of their terms. And we are almost into election. 1 year, 4 months. People are served for a term. Nothing was done. They serve another term ending. Almost into 4 years. Yes, still those reforms are a problem. I can tell you, none of those reforms are into Parliament. It's only the NSA, National Security Advisors Office, the bill that was passed just day before yesterday, finally. Apart from that, all the sister institutions, they're lost. Colonial laws, 1940s, 1950s, 18 something, the same laws. So when we talk about reform, these were promises that they have made to the Gambian people. And it's up to you, Gambians, to see whether this is a government that you could also be able to at least be in bed together. So I think it's crystal clear for us to know our purpose. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. The purpose of human beings, creating jinns and human, is to worship. So in our worship, we will also be able to stand firm and help our country. It's sad for us to be speaking as Gambians. It's sad for us to be talking as Gambians. But it is the onus is you and us. And we also put tests to your representative. A representative is not only going to Parliament, but ask them, what are they doing? What can they push to the government? They can join to make sure some of these changes are reasonable. But we can push to the latter. But the executive are the principals of those laws. So if they ignore bringing those laws, I am telling you, 6 institutions, none of those laws are before Parliament. So in a serious government, this will tell you if they're really ready for reform. And we'll talk. We'll continue to talk. This government is not serious in any form of reform. So they cannot be wolf in sheep clothing against Gambians. So it is you who will be able to move. That's what we see. So on that note, I thank, and I also in solidarity with the family. And also him being the youths of Mandinari, let them stand up. It's not about intimidation. It's about pursuing what is right. And in law, it says justice delayed, justice denied. Let's not we will now be shouting as they know Gambians. When issues happen today, we'll be shouting for 1 week. After 1 week, things are buried. We have to follow. I am telling you, Aruna Jata was murdered, killed by the Senegalese forces in 2017. Yes, still, nobody is arrested. Gobi also, a soldier, killed and thrown in a well in Foni Council. Our sister also killed. Yes, in all those things, no justice has been served to these people. So you see, one of our brother who was also arrested, the Alcaro and his brother, and taken to Senegal. They were there for almost 6 months. The brother is paralyzed, half dead. It is caused by the Senegalese forces within the Barrow government. So you see this, would we be comforted being bed with those people when our families are almost half dead? Our brother is already in Foni, in Karur, half dead. He cannot even walk. Eating, they do it for himself. He was severely tortured by the Senegalese forces and taken to Senegal, brought part dead. So I think I will also join the youth of this Mandinari through the honorable member and the ward councillors for us to pursue this case so that justice is seen to be served. Thank you very much.